Greetings and welcome to Alpha Sigma Lambda National Honor Society. This is our spring 2025 induction. It's a virtual induction via Zoom. And this is the Sigma Tau Psi chapter of Alpha Sigma Lambda. Again, welcome to everyone. All right, so I will be admitting various ones while still staying on the same screen. So please bear with me as I do that. Today is Monday, April 21st, and we're just a little bit past 7 p.m. I do apologize for that. I did email the program to you, so you have the program, and we'll try to follow the program as it is printed. I will make a few adjustments here and there. I'll probably say some things about student officer positions at the end rather than towards the beginning. Again, welcome. Let's first go through the introduction of chapter sponsors. And I am going to start with Professor Ghaffarian. I will show you what's in the PowerPoint for Professor Ghaffarian, and then she'll tell you about herself. Ms. Grady still needs to get me a picture. Professor Grady still needs to get a picture. But this is what we have in PowerPoint for Professor Ghaffarian, and she will tell us about herself. What I will do is minimize this. Let me see, wonder why. Let me change the view on this. Let me change it again. See if we do gallery. Let's try multi-speaker and see what happens. Still not quite what I was wanting either. Let's minimize the screen a bit though, and you'll be able to see Professor Ghaffarian as she talks, and you'll be able to see some of what's on the PowerPoint slide. So I'll do it that way. All right. Professor Manaz Ghaffarian.
Well,
We're
my
ready.
name is Manaz Ghaffarian. Everybody calls me Miss G. Some of you might have had a course with me, and you know that. I've been at Southwest since 2004, no, 2005, and I have credential to teach accounting and economics, but I currently teach accounting, and as you can probably I have an accent. I've been here probably longer than all of you guys, since I've been here since 1976. I don't think any of you have been here since 1976. I was born at that time, but I have my accent. I'm from Iran originally, but I got my degrees here in the United States. I like teaching here, and I'm very happy to be volunteering for this honor society. My role in this society is to get your money. I'm the money person. So please don't forget to pay me, and you can bring your fees to my office. I am in the academic building of the Making campus, upstairs in room 271D. Let me see. Yeah, 261D or 270. I haven't been. But anyways, I give you my address, and you can drop your checks under my office door, or you can put them in. I have a mailbox in there in the faculty printing room upstairs in that hallway. You can put it in there, or you can mail it. You can mail it to the address that Dr. Gray has given you. But I'm very happy to meet all of you guys virtually. Good luck to all of you.
All right, thank you, Professor Gafarian. And yes, we will resume assessing the induction fee for the academic year 2025-2026. All right, Professor Grady will tell us about herself. And since we don't have a slide in for Professor Grady, we'll just listen.
You're
I know I
mute.
saw that she's here. Are you on mute still?
She's on mute.
All right. All right. We'll hear from her when she reads our poem. Okay, I'll say a little bit about myself and I'll try to keep it brief because I am going to email this PowerPoint to you. It's my pleasure to serve as your chapter counselor. Please remember that this is how chapter counselor is spelled. That is the correct spelling. I'm not a counselor, Counselor. And so you may log in or click on this link when I email this PowerPoint, and you'll see chapter counselors at other institutions. I am married and I'm the mother of two adult daughters who are both law school graduates, and our older daughter served as Miss Howard when they were both at Howard University, and the older daughter graduated from Georgetown Law and the younger daughter from Syracuse Law. I have taught at Southwest for 25 years, and tomorrow I received my 25-year pin. And I was an adjunct instructor at Southwest before full time. I did teach at Rust College, which is an HBCU. I love history. I earned my doctorate in history at the University of Memphis, and I earned my undergraduate degree in history at Ole Miss and my master's at Ole Miss. I recently, last year in the fall, although the program was printed in the spring, earned my Master of Divinity degree from Memphis Theological Seminary. And I was happy to keep a 4.0. I didn't do that as an undergraduate. And I was recognized with the Betty Austin Award as well. These are some of the duties of chapter counselor. I do work with the other faculty sponsors, student members as well. Organize the induction ceremony held in the fall via Zoom, and we resumed on ground or on campus inductions for the spring in 2023. But there's some reasons that we didn't have the induction. We had planned to on ground this semester, but we do plan to have inductions during the spring on ground. Planning for induction includes what you see here, sending invitations and then signing certificates and distributing the pins and certificate and bookmarks if an induction fee is paid. But you are able to order these materials online using the link. You see the responsibilities of the treasurer, and Professor Gafarian has already explained that to you. So we are now here. History of ASL. I'm going to tell you about the national history and the chapter history. I'm going to leave the screen as it is, and I'm not sure if you can see me or just my screen. Just my screen is fine. Bear with me. I'll talk about the national and the chapter history, and then I will stop sharing my screen for just a few minutes, and we will go over points about scholars of service, and then we will ask you if you want to be formally inducted. We'll do that, have you recite the chapter pledge, and then I'll give you some more history. So the responsibilities of student officers, I'm going to forego that for just now. We'll scroll past that, return to it, and I'll tell you some about the history of ASL. We'll look first at some symbolic history, the meaning of the symbols. This is an honor society. It is not a secret society. It is not a Greek lettered social organization. I am a member of a Greek lettered social organization. I'm an AKA, a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Of course, we know there are other sororities, DST, Delta Sigma Theta, Z Phi B, Zeta Phi Beta, Sigma Gamma Rho, that are part of the Divine Nine. And then there are others that are in the Panhellenic Council as a whole, but this is not a Greek lettered organization. I had a student one time to say, well, I'm not going to join the sorority this semester. I'll wait until next. This is not a sorority, just to make clear on that. ASL, the A stands for first, alpha is first. The S, Sigma, scholarship, and the L, Lambda, leadership. So I hope you're paying attention. There actually will be a literal quiz at the end. Book is on the shield. Love of knowledge, a lamp for wisdom, and a torch, life. Torch is also the name of our newsletter, which is out of print because we need student officers. So first in scholarship and leadership is the motto of Alpha Sigma Lambda. Please don't forget that. You'll see that question at the end. And then as far as our national history, quick synopsis of that. Let me see if we have anyone else who's trying to join before I do the national history. ASL is also known as the Society, National Honor Society, and the purpose of ASL is to recognize the achievements, the high achievements of adult students who are balancing schoolwork, career, and family obligations. So I've already told you what Alpha, Sigma, and Lambda stand for. The founding chapter of ASL was established at Northwestern, and it was established by Dr. Roland Posey. This was the initial or Alpha chapter in 1945, 1946, and the purpose was to bind together into one society excellent students within the university college, to provide a stimulus to and recognition for their worthy efforts to make the best use of their college years. He always envisioned that ASL would be much broader than and reach much farther than the Alpha chapter there at Northwestern. And he wanted it to be a national organization. And there are more than 300 active ASL chapters. There's a chapter at Harvard, the Phi Beta chapter at Georgetown, Gamma Tau, and ASL is proud of all chapters, whether at Ivy League institutions or at two-year colleges. And ASL is the oldest and the largest chapter-based adult honor society and a member of the American College of Honor Societies and the Association of Continuing Higher Education. Roughly half of ASL chapters are known as honorary chapters offering inductions only. We, for the past 3 semesters, have been an honorary chapter. We started out, however, as a service chapter, and I will talk about Scholars of Service or SOS at the end after I've given you a break from this. The reason that history is covered at the induction is that this is sometimes the only time that I get to interact with and interface with the inductees. Some inductees do nothing else once they join. A benefit, as we'll see in just a minute, of being inducted is I did check with the records office, and you will have ASL designated on your transcript and effective next semester for sure. This semester, if we can get everything rolling the way that we're hoping, you'll have a seal affixed to your transcript, the way that Phi Theta Kappa does. And I think that that in and of itself will help to increase membership. But talk more about that in a second. The Sigma Tau Psi chapter, that's what these Greek letters stand for. The history of ASL at Southwest is that student services wanted to launch in our organization to recognize adult students. And so this chapter was chartered by Professor Ghaffarian, Professor Grady, and myself. And at that time, Dr. Nikita Ashworth was with the college, and Professor Cynthia Elliott is a past faculty sponsor. Please remember that the threefold purpose is recognition of adult students, retention of adult students, and recruitment of adult students. You'll see that again. The first induction was held in 2016. Please remember that Celeste Riley, you'll see a picture of her, was the first president of ASL. The charter group all had a 3.75 average, and we can choose the average that we want. The national average is 3.25, and that's where it is now. At one time, it was 3.5, but Professor Ghaffarian prepares the Argus list in an Excel file of students who will receive an invitation, and that's based on criteria from the national office, and so 3.25 and above. All inductees will read the pledge in a few minutes after you have gone over your biography. And newly inducted members will receive a certificate. You will not receive a pen and a bookmark. They no longer make the membership cards. And you may order things such as honor cords and stoles at your expense. All right, the next thing that I want to do is talk about some benefits of memberships, and then I'll ask you if you want to become a part of the organization, and you will be formally inducted. Membership benefits from the National Office's website. Camaraderie and prestige of this chapter-based honor society for non-traditional students, meaning not entering college at age 18, fresh out of high school, although that's not the case for a number of students now. The national newsletter is called the Midnight Oil, not to be confused with the Torch, which is the local newsletter. And again, the goal is to recognize high achieving adult students. Honor cords, again, may be ordered at your expense, and a goal is to retain adult students as well as to recognize them. A few other things by way of chapter history. Scholarship opportunities. This is a need-based scholarship. So you may have a 4.0, and you may have done all of the things that are recognizable for community service to get all the accolades, but it's need-based as well. And that's on the website, and we stress that. So the deadline has passed for this year, and you don't even have to be a member of ASL to apply for this scholarship. Now, Alicia Tucker was a member. She applied twice, and she was awarded the scholarship the second time that she applied. Now, she had a high GPA, but you also have to tell a story, if you will, and they base it in part on that story that you write. Please go ahead and mute, if you will, for me. So again, membership criteria, recognition, retention, recruitment. Don't forget the 3 R's. We do ask members to commit to 1 hour of community service, but I am going to separate out scholars of service. I hope to have this effective next year, where I'll be advisor for 2 clubs, SOS, Scholars of Service. And since it's difficult to get students to participate in service, I know you're busy, you're working adult students, you have other obligations. And since for the past 3 semesters, we've not been able to um, get members to commit to serving as officers, what we will do, or what I will do, is separate out scholars of service, which I ended up having as part of ASL to begin with. But if you want to commit to an hour of community service, that's wonderful. Southwest does have stipulations and guidelines for service learning projects, and in order to participate, you do have to sign a release and hold harmless form. All right, I'm also going to skip all of that for now. And what I want to do next is to stop sharing my screen. Let me make sure that no one else is requesting to be admitted. And what we'll do next is extend the formal invitation for you to become a member. And then what I will do is have you to read your slide. If you can turn on your camera, that would be great. I'll display what you sent, and then you will read the um, official pledge at the end. Please note that you are not pledging anything that has to do with a secret organization, a sorority, a fraternity. It's just that you're pledging to uphold the high standards of excellence that you have already, to which you've already been adhering. And this is why you were asked to join. So I'm going to check the messages, see if there's anything. The student can't turn on the camera. That's fine. Not a problem. All right, I will share my screen again. We do have someone in the waiting room. When you see your slide, I want you to begin speaking and read what you see. To share. I'll call your name first. I'm going to close some of this out. If someone is trying to be admitted while you're reading your slide, I probably won't see them because your slide will be displayed. All right, we are ready. I will have you to pronounce your name. I'll point. I don't want to mispronounce anyone's name. So I'm going to point to your name, and you may begin speaking. Miss Bailey, are you here? Naya?
Yes, ma'am. Naya Bailey.
Okay, so we are ready to hear from you. We can see you also. And I will take this down. I will probably be alerted here if someone's trying to join. All right. You may turn
Yes,
your
my name is.
camera back on. I'm going to put this, let's put it here. I think that works. All right, we're ready.
Okay, yes, ma'am. My name is Naya Bailey. I originated from Memphis, Tennessee. My major is in education. I am attempting to graduate from Southwest College May 15, 2025. I am also a member, also already in an honor society. My hobbies are traveling, attending movies, and spending time with my friends and family. Upon graduation, I decided to go to the University of Memphis to continue my education and also open more doors and opportunities up for myself.
All right, let's give Miss Naya Bailey hand claps in the chat, hearts, and so on.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have Miss Angela Bounds, also one of my students.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. My name is Angela Bounds. I am originally from Memphis, Tennessee. My major is general studies. I am expecting to graduate in the spring of 2025, to be exact, May 15th. I am a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies are singing, reading, and spending time with family and friends. I am the proud mother of 4 adult children, and upon graduation from Southwest, I intend to further develop and expand my life coaching services.
All right. Let's put some hand claps and let's put some hearts and let's show Miss Angela Bounds that we are happy that she has decided to join ASL. Next we have, oh, sorry about that. Miss Boyce, are you here? Deanna Boyce.
Hello, sorry, I'm having issues with my device.
That's fine. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hello,
Do you
my name.
want a picture that's fully displayed on your slide or the smaller one? You put a smaller one on. I
The
expanded it
small,
on. What
it's
now?
fine.
That's fine.
The
All
small,
right.
fine, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I am originally from Memphis. My name is Deanna Boyd. My major is computer information technology. I expect to graduate in the fall of 2025. My hobbies are reading, collecting Black history books, watching documentaries, and spending time with family. Once I graduate, I plan to pursue a bachelor's in computer information technology.
All right. Welcome. Welcome,
Thank
Miss Deanna Boyce. And is someone checking the chat? Who's watching the chat for me? Anybody watching? Are we getting hand claps and hearts and high fives? Is there any emoji for
Yeah,
that? Okay,
yeah.
great. Great. If you have guests too, you may also say the guests who have come to share in this moment. So for the first two, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to just press admit all. So for our first 3 inductees, if you had a guest, please do go ahead and let me know. Ms. Naya Bailey, I'm sorry, did you have a guest? And also, um, did you have a guest, Miss Angela Bounds and Deanna Boyce? Do any of you have guests?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I do not.
Okay. So if you want to recognize your guests, if you had a guest, you can let us know that at this time.
Yes. Thank you, family and friends and peers, to be able to be a part of my induction today. And I appreciate that so much. So thank you so much.
All right, all right. Yes, when you read your slide, just let us know at that time if you have guests, if there's someone you want to recognize. All right, we are ready now for Miss Bradley.
Dr. Gray, I'm sorry, I did want to recognize my guests as well. All 4 of my children are here. Some of my very, very close friends, Carla Pope, Candace Tunstall, my sister, Deandra Lynn Moore also is here with us.
All right, wonderful. Welcome and thank you for your support. All right, we are now ready for Miss Bradley.
I'm here.
All right.
My name is Phoenicia Bradley. I'm originally from Horn Lake, Mississippi. My major is nursing. I expect to graduate in spring of 2026. I am a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies are eating, traveling, cooking, and spending time with my children, grandchildren, and family. I'm a mother of 4 handsome boys. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to attend UT Health Science. I
All
can't see
right,
his.
welcome. Welcome.
I want to thank my families and friends who has tuned in as well this afternoon. Hello, everyone. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you. All right, we have Amber, Miss Amber,
Oh,
are you
hello.
here? Hello.
Hello. Um, my name is Amber Bro. I am originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. My major is multimedia, and I expect to graduate this spring of 2025. I am a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies are traveling, eating, cleaning, playing video games. And I am a first generation college student in my family. And upon graduation from Southwest, I will be attending University of Memphis.
Right. Welcome, welcome, Miss Amber.
Thank you. And also, I don't have a guest on here.
All right. Thank you. Well, you're here. That's what counts. And I'm sure that in the chat, you're getting hand claps and welcome
Yes,
signs and
ma'am.
symbols and emojis. Let's see. Caldwell. All right, we'll move on then. And next we have Kimberly Cleaves or Mrs. McDowell.
Yes, ma'am. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. My name is Kimberly Cleese, but everyone calls me Kim. I am originally from North Memphis, Tennessee. My major is administrative professional with concentrations in medical office technology. I expect to graduate hopefully in the spring of 2026. My hobbies are reading urban books, traveling, and spending time with my family. I'm married to Mario Magdo Sr., and I have three sons, Kirion, Mario Jr., and Kamari. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to continue my education.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
We're moving on to our next prospective inductee. Are you here, Miss Cox? No? All right, next we have Miss Hector. Are you here, Miss Hector? All right, what about Miss Gators? Miss Ebony. All right.
Hello, I'm here.
Yes. All right. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello everyone. My name is Ebony Gators. I'm originally from South Memphis. My major is business management with legal concentration. I expect to graduate May 15th, 2025. I'm a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies are eating. I didn't even feel this out, but my hobbies are I like to write poetry, cooking, eating, and spending time with family. I have three children. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to seek employment. I'm also a first generation non traditional student.
All
Nice to
right.
meet you all.
Nice to meet you too, and welcome to Alpha Sigma Lambda. I'm assuming that you're going to take the pledge to be officially and formally inducted
Yes,
when
ma'am.
all of the inductees have introduced themselves.
Yes.
Okay. Miss Graham, are you here? All right. What about Miss Jemiah Graham?
Hello.
Hello. How
Okay,
are you?
I'm
All right.
great. I'm doing good.
Okay.
Okay, so my name is Jemiah Graham. I'm originally from Memphis. My major is business administration. I expect to graduate in the spring of 2026. And I'm a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the National Society of Leadership and Success. My hobbies are roller skating and playing games. And upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to get my bachelor's degree.
All right.
Oh, and I also have my mom here. She's supporting me.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. So welcome to Jemiah's mom. Thank you so much for supporting your daughter and for attending. All right, Miss Humphrey. Miss Humphrey, are you here? Miss Lee? What about Jose
Yes, I'm here.
Martinez? You're here? Okay. I did see you at the
So,
beginning. Look
hello,
exactly like
everybody.
your picture.
Oh,
All right.
thank
Hello.
you. My name is Jose Martinez. I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. My major is in music, and I expect to graduate summer 2025, actually, but I won't be able to walk the stage until May of next year. And I'm also a member of Pi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies are reading, analyzing music, spending time with my family, exercising. And upon graduating, I plan to branch out anywhere into the music industry.
All right. Thank you so much. Did you check the chat for your hand claps and hearts? All right, next we have Miss McGraw.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, I'm Alexandra McGraw. I was born in Krakow, Poland, and my family immigrated here when I was 7 years old. My major at Southwest is early childhood education, hopefully graduating fall of 2026. My hobbies are gardening. I love to write children's books and working out. I am married to my husband, Jonathan. We have three amazing girls. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to further my education at the U of M.
All right. Thank you so much. Did you bring
Absolutely.
anyone along with you? If
I
not,
did
that's
not.
fine.
They are all outside
Okay.
my door.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, thank you so much. And we will
Thank
move
you.
on to our next inductee, Merritt Hunter. All right. What about Ms. Ninus? Candace Ninus? All right. What about Ms. Hepzeber? Hope I said that right. Are you here?
Yes, 1 minute.
All right, sure. Hope I pronounced your name right. Again, we appreciate all attendees, and we have almost made it to the point of the pledge, so bear with us. We won't be too much longer. You want us to come back to you? We can come back to you. That's fine. Looks like she may be having some technical difficulties, but we'll come back to you. All right, what about Miss Castro? Miss Azoria Castro? Miss Schiff? Miss Smith?
Yes, ma'am, I'm
All
here.
right. Okay, we're ready.
This is Miss Ship.
Oh, Miss Schiff, sorry about that.
No problem.
We're ready.
It's not on the screen.
I didn't get did you send me biographical information?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I emailed those that I did not get, and so we'll come back to you as well. So let me come
Okay.
back to you. Miss Smith?
Hi, my name
Hello.
is Janine Smith. I'm originally from Clarksville, Mississippi, but I do now reside in Memphis, Tennessee. My major is early childhood education. I will be graduating on May 15th. I am a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies are shopping, traveling, caring for children, and spending time with my family. I have been married to Johnny for 32 years, and I have two daughters. And I couldn't add my granddaughter. It wouldn't let me add any more space. But upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to further my education. And I just found out I will be attending the University of Memphis. And I have my sister Jackie, my best friend Cynthia, and my daughter Portia is on with me today.
All right. Well, welcome to all of the guests of Miss Smith. Miss Ship, if you will, send me your slide again. Don't send it to the group. Send it to just me, and then I will paste it in. All right. Next, we have Ms. Teleton. Or is it Teleton? Teleton Winters. Are you here? What about Miss Young? Is Miss Young here? All right, Miss Young is the last inductee
Excuse me, Miss
on the
Gray.
list, so I'm going to back up. Okay, you are here. I apologize for
Yes,
that.
something was going on with my microphone and video and the whole 9 yards. I miss
That
Teleton.
happens on Zoom. I understand. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
That sometimes happens in person, so all
Yes,
right.
ma'am, it does. So I wanted to send again, my name is Shanithia Teleton Winters, and I wanted to say again hello and thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. I am originally from Memphis, Tennessee, and my major is in business human resource management. I will be graduating on May the 15th of 2025 from Southwest Tennessee Community College, and I am also a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies include traveling, trying new restaurants and venues with my husband, and spending time with my family, friends, and my grandchildren. I am married to the wonderful Demetri Winters, and together collectively, we have 7 children and 3 grandchildren. Upon graduation, I plan to continue my education by pursuing my bachelor's degree at Lemoyne College.
Right. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. I am going to go back here and see if Ms. Hepseber is ready. And I am also going to ask Ms. Ship, did you send me an email? We're ready though for Ms. Hepseber. I hope I
Yes.
pronounced that right.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is Heb Shabanyaga. I'm originally from Kenya. My major is mechatronics technology. I am a member of PTK Honor Society. My hobbies are shopping, traveling, watching movies, making friends, and spending time with family. I am a mom of twin boys, aged 8 years old, and upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to join a 4-year university. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. We are going to go back through and see if there's anyone we missed. Or why don't I do this? Why don't you tell me if you were missed? And
I
then we'll have
resent the
everyone
email.
to recite the pledge. Okay, so I'll do is I'll stop my share and we'll play a little bit of elevator. In fact, what I will do is I'll talk while I'm doing this, and I can get some of the information about the officers out of the way while I'm doing this. What I want to do is make an appeal. If I stop sharing my screen here. Did I stop sharing? I did stop sharing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I thought so. What I want to do is make an appeal to you to let me know if you would like to fill any of the officer positions. I will work with anyone who does so. Just let me know. I told you to send it to just me. Oh, I see. I see why I missed it. It wasn't in a PowerPoint or on a PowerPoint slide, and that's fine. We will paste it into one. And that is, I guess, why it was missed. Let's see what happened. But if you can help us out, we would definitely appreciate that. I will work with you. We do need a president, a vice president. The president of ASL will email students, come up with fundraising ideas. Sometimes students ask about honor cords and honor stoles. We don't have the funding to finance that, but perhaps if you get together and you hold some fundraisers, that's something that the students might be able to do, but they don't give us funds for that. You can also do community service together. If you do community service, though, we do ask that you sign the release and hold harmless form. Don't just go out and say, well, we're going to do some service. It has to be done under the umbrella of Southwest, and we will need to know that that's what you're doing. So please, 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 if you can work with us, let me know. If you have experience in graphic art, graphic design, we need someone to work with our newsletter. I've done that in the past. I have no experience, and it probably shows. I haven't done a newsletter recently. I'm going to share again because I have not had anything other than our induction, and the induction is important. And so I may start including just that, just the inductees, but we do need student officers. Finally, publicists and the sex position. Publicists first. The goal of having a publicist and the role of a publicist is just to be our PR person, to let people around campus know about Alpha Sigma Lambda, adult students who are eligible. We do try to promote ASL and publicize ASL at Club Day. Unfortunately, a number of students are not, don't have the qualifications to join, not because they don't have GPA, but you also have to be an adult student and show that you are juggling family and so forth. So these are reasons then that not everyone is able to join. And then finally, SACS, Saluki Activity Council. We need someone to go and request funds for our community service events. I'm going to show you a really big community service event that a former president of ASL and erstwhile president of ASL, whose name was Katanji Warner, did. And she did this during the pandemic, and it was awesome. It really was. All right, so let me share again. And I believe we have one more inductee. I display this. All right, Miss Ship, if you'll come back in.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, everyone. My name is Felicia M. Ship. I was born and raised here in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm majoring in accounting and graduating in the spring term of 2025. I'm a proud member of the National Society of Leadership and Success. In my free time, I really enjoy traveling, bowling, trivia game shows, watching movies, and having family gatherings. I have 2 children, a handsome son who's overprotective, self-driven, and smart, a daughter that's smart and compassionate, and the most beautiful 2-year-old granddaughter who keeps me on my toes. Upon graduating from Southwest College, I plan to pursue my career goals of becoming a CPA by furthering my education at the U of M to earn my bachelor's degree.
All right, thank you so much. And I do apologize about your slide.
It's okay.
Is there
And I want to
anyone?
thank, yes,
Go
I
ahead.
have lots of family and friends joining
Okay.
me. Thank you guys. I love y'all.
All
Special
right.
shout out to my pastor.
All right. I did see someone with pastor. Everyone was joining from the waiting room. Let's look at what we have in the chat. We have too many messages to look at here, but hopefully you scrolled through and looked at the messages to you. These will also be displayed, although you'll have to look at them fast. They'll be displayed in the recording. I am going to open a YouTube channel to put the recording on, so hopefully you don't have a problem with that. Only persons who have the link will have access to the video. I have YouTube channels, but not for this. And I hope to have the publicist to add other things to the YouTube channel if we can get a volunteer. All right, so I am going to ask one more time. Is there anyone else? Anyone else? We don't want to miss out on anyone. All right, well, I will scroll back through the inductees. So I take this down. Let me move your slide in real time and put it where it's supposed to be. Hopefully this doesn't seem stream of conscience here. So there we have Ship. Almost could have done a screenshot real quick and put a picture on your slide there. You don't want one on? You don't? Okay. Well, never mind. I was going to do a screenshot and put a picture on real quick.
And you picked the worst picture. Oh my goodness, really?
Well, it was just a picture of you just here, but I mean, you're looking down. I didn't have you to pose. You don't want it on there. I won't put it on there. I was going to crop it and put it on, but I won't. If you don't like it, we
Not that
definitely,
picture.
not this picture.
Oh,
You don't want that
ma'am.
one on. All right, but we won't force it on you. Let me delete it. So I'll scroll through one more time and then I'll have you to take the pledge and we'll see if we can speed things up so that we can play the game together since you've listened so attentively. And then we'll be about done. So just scroll back through the inductees. I will now lead you since we don't have a president in place. And if you will volunteer, whoever gets to me first, I'm sure all of you are capable. If someone will volunteer, I asked this for the last group of inductees, and I only was able to get someone to volunteer to be publicist, but no one for president, vice president, or SACS representative, or I mean for editor for the Torch, forgive me, and no one for the other positions. Is everyone ready? We will be saying this together. So if you will come off mute, we'll take this pledge. Again, it's not a secret society. It's not a sorority or a fraternity. It's just that you're pledging to uphold the ideals and aims of ASL. And by doing so, you will increase your value to the college and the community. So is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes.
On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. I promise to
Promise to
uphold
uphold
the
the
ideals
ideals
and
and
further the aims
of Alpha
of Alpha
Sigma
Sigma Lambda, believing
believing that
by
by
doing
doing
so,
so,
I will
increase my value
my
to the
value
college and to my community.
to my community.
All right, welcome to Alpha Sigma Lambda. You are now officially members, and you will listen now to the poem Don't Quit, read by Professor Grady. This is the adopted poem of ASL. There are several versions of it, and it's written by John Greenleaf Whittier. We usually read the version that has this stanza omitted, and so we'll read this version, and I think it's probably a little easier to see as well. So, Miss Grady, are you ready?
Yes, if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All
We're
right.
ready. All right.
When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometime learns, and many a failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned upside out. Success is failure turned inside out. That silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you can never tell just how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your hardest hit. It's when things seem it's covered when things seems worse. Don't give up.
Yes, yes, you must not quit. Thank you so much, Professor Grady. And again, this is the adopted poem slash motto for the Sigma Tau Psi chapter at Southwest. It has been read at all of our inductions. And Miss Grady usually reads it, although when we have students who are officers, they read the poem. All right, welcome again to ASL. Please take note of our Scholars of Service and Service Learning Opportunities. And I'm going to, as I said, backtrack so that you will have the responsibilities of officers. I almost could have taken this down since I'm going back quite a bit. These are the responsibilities of the ASL president. And I won't read this to you. This will be in the recording. These are responsibilities of the, forgive me, of the publicist slash recorder, the recorder slash secretary, and the representative for SAC, and then the vice president position is, of course, the assistant for the president, roughly the same thing. Vice president assists the president. So that was quick. The next thing I want us to do is briefly look at the service opportunities, and then we will play Jubilee, and we will be finished for tonight. Service opportunities. Just as we have the 3 R's for reasons for joining, we also have the 3 C foci, plural of focus, for ASL. The focus, number 1, is service to your chapter, and then to your college and to your community. And I know you're saying they should be in reverse order, and perhaps so. I just listed them alphabetically. So this is the Sigma Tau Psi chapter, and these are some of the service learning opportunities that would satisfy really all three of these. Dorothy Day House. I won't say much about Dorothy Day House because you'll be able to slow this down and read in the recording. But this is our adopted charity. I tried to make sure that I donate a small amount, $25 or so, to the Dorothy Day House out of pocket if we don't do any service. I didn't do that last year. It actually slipped my mind. But this is what these are examples of community service projects centered on the Dorothy Day House. Catania Warner, she does pronounce her name Catania rather than Catania, was our president at the time of this project in 2021 during the pandemic. And just real quick, to make a long story short, she made these care packages and she solicited funds from the college by wearing two hats. She served as the SAC representative and she wrote the proposal for what she wanted to do. And so she was able to go shopping and to get what she needed. That's her daughter, who's also able to get high school credit. And so these are some of the sponsors. That's her daughter, and then that's Catania Warner. Miss Elliott used to be a sponsor, and then that's me, and then that was the director at the time. So that's her labor of love there. And she also did Angel Tree that same year. Again, it's up to the president of the organization to carry out these service projects. This is one that, nothing like the one you saw with Catania, but this is one I spearheaded, just had students to donate, and then we took these items and dropped them off. And Sydney is not there anymore, but she was working with the Dorothy Day House at the time. That's a t-shirt. Those are available at your expense. Some students don't like to wear the t-shirts because it looks like, oh, what Greek lettered organization is that? I never heard of that one. So it would be good if it had Honor Society on there as well. I think that it would probably sell better. Maybe I should make that suggestion. Those are through the national office. Hungry Turkey Run. I try to run in the Hungry Turkey Run just because I enjoy doing so, but this is when some students helped out, and that was back before the pandemic. And this was also before the pandemic. We stopped doing MIFA because all the background checks, there are a lot of logistics that have to be satisfied, and just to get to the logistics of delivering the food. But it's a very rewarding service project, but it's a very cumbersome one in which to participate. It's worth it, but I didn't want to put that kind of burden on students. So we did something a little bit different. You may order a t-shirt to participate in community service. They have different, this isn't the only t-shirt, but that's one option. SLI stands for Student Leadership Institute. And if you want to attend, let me know. Phoenix Worthy will be asking for students to volunteer to attend. It's held every summer. And usually I don't have a lot of competition for slots anymore. I did at one time, but it seems like now I don't. I've already talked about the scholarship. This is what the torch looks like. TORCH is an acronym for Task Force on Reaching and Climbing Higher, and it's the chapter newsletter. And of course, I designed this. I'm sure you can tell. No graphic arts experience. This was before the pandemic. This is our first President Celeste rally. Dana Warwick is still here at the college. I saw her the other day, and she served as Darlene Dotson Green served as a vice president one time. This is our very first president. So it was outgoing. So I had passing the torch from Celeste to Dana at that time. And then I've had a write-up about sponsors. This is the biggest group that we've had. I think yours may be the second largest group of inductees that we've had. This was an on-ground, in-person induction. And highlight student officers in the torch and also sponsors. All right, graduating seniors, we're almost done. This is what the stole looks like, and this is what the honor cord looks like. I do have an honor cord that I use for display when we have inductions on ground, and I have just that one. Good news, as I've said, I did talk to Mr. Coleman, and we will begin this semester, effective next semester, perhaps this semester, if we can, as I've said, get everything to work out as we're hoping, but I don't want to promise and disappoint anyone. If you are a graduating senior, it's, I think it's too late to be recognized on the program. I told you that when I extended the invitations via email, but I did tell you that your transcript will reflect that you are a member of Alpha Sigma Lambda, and hopefully we can get the seals affixed to the diploma. All right, roll call. Do we have any current members of ASL or any former members present? If so, let me know at this time. Please unmute and let me know. I did have 3 members who said they would be attending tonight. Are you here? Okay, I do want to give a special shout out. Give me about 5 more minutes at the most. All right, we do have someone whose hand's raised. Yes, Ms. Jemiah Graham, what's your question?
Well, it wasn't really a question. It's just that I deal with anxiety really bad, and I kind of need to leave, if that
All
makes
right.
sense.
Yes, that does. I
Okay.
understand.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. We're almost done. And thank you so much for attending. I appreciate it.
Of
Thank you so
course.
much. All
All
right.
right. Bye-bye.
All right. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you for attending and congratulations on your membership. All right. What I was going to say, get back there. I hit this slide. So I didn't want to show it at the beginning. So there it is. Special welcome to Tamia Boyd, Savannah Branch, Miriama Diallo. Oh, I misspelled your name. I left the A out of your name if you're here. That's supposed to be an A in there for and Pollard and Embassy Swift. So if you are here, I can look in I may not be able to tell from the participants, but these are my students. So thank you for your attendance. Does the A go before the E or after the E? I know there's an A in your name. Let me add that so that it's right on here. I think it is just like with Michael. I think it's AE. All right, so let's go ahead and close this out. I'll address any questions that you have. You just unmute and ask them. Let me make sure I didn't leave anything out. Yes, these slides are just for any time that we have past members. I always give them a shout. I put all the inductions back to a certain length of certain period of time here. Our most recent past president was Amy Calhoun Rogers. So we haven't had a president since then. Our most recent past vice president was Marshall Jones. And our most recent past recorder / publicist was Erica Koenig. All right, it is now time for Jubilee. When we hold the induction in person, we do provide inductees with a cake that looks like that. I want to keep sharing my screen, and we're going to play Jubilee, and then I'll let you go. And we're not running over. We're on time. I thought I was running over. I told you 7:30. So we should finish right on time, even though we started just a minute or two late.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Yes.
I already have a stole and cords from PTK. Is it necessary that I should get? I can't wear but one stole, right?
That's right. You can only wear one stole, but you can wear multiple honor cords. So if you want to order some additional honor cord and ASL cord, you could do that.
Okay.
But you're right. You can only wear one stole.
Right. Well, I probably will get the cords though. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right, let's play Jubilee. Just unmute yourself and answer these questions, and then we'll be done if you know the answer. I won't spend a long time. I won't pause very long on the question. Just if you know, unmute and give us the answer. See how much you learned. And this is in memory of Alex Trebek of Jeopardy. Jubilee has 50 questions, but for ASL, I generally don't include 50. And I use this game for a number of purposes, for other classes that I teach, etc. But Jubilee has to do with the celebration involving the number 50. But you don't have 50 questions. You have 35 tonight. I used 7 categories. So let's cover these 35 questions and we'll be done. ASL National History, ASL Chapter History at Southwest, ASL Symbols and Slogans, ASL Sponsors and Past Officers, ASL Service Opportunities at Southwest, ASL Student Officer Responsibilities, and general information about ASL. Let's see how you do. Starting with National History. Category 1, the national office is located where? Who can tell me?
Tennessee.
The national office.
Sorry, I can't read the second one.
Illinois.
Yeah, that's the one.
Illinois. Right. Yeah. Illinois. Very good.
Sorry,
the
I couldn't
national
see the
office
screen.
is located in Illinois. Next question. And there's the answer. The Alpha, or first chapter, was organized at this university.
The answer is Northwestern.
Which is also where it is organized at Northwestern, which is in Illinois.
In Illinois?
Yes. Chapters that offer inductions only rather than inductions and service are known as these.
Honorary chapters.
Honorary chapters. Excelente. Next, chapters. I'm sorry. We can consider him as essentially the founder of ASL.
Dr. Roland Posey.
Dr. Roland Posey. Good. Next, we have Alpha Sigma Lambda is also sometimes called this.
The society?
The society. And that completes the first category. Let's move on to the next. The first induction, the inaugural induction for ASL at Southwest was held in April of this year.
2016.
2016. Now we're moving along. Newly inducted ASL members who pay an induction fee receive all except the following.
A
Cloudy.
certificate cover?
We sometimes give that as a
Oh,
chapter
okay.
courtesy. In fact, we usually do. The reason
The
that
pen.
Bookmark.
The pen.
someone just
Pen.
talked, wasn't it
One of
Ebony
the
who just
cord.
Pen.
talked about
Bookmark.
One of
ordering?
the
What did you
Bookmark.
cord.
just talk about ordering?
Oh, the cord.
Oh, the
On a
cord.
cord. That is at your expense. If
On
you
the
pay an
cord.
induction fee, then but what we do is if we don't charge an induction fee, you have to pay for your pen, you have to pay for your bookmark, you have to pay for your certificate cover. The certificate is a courtesy. They're not that expensive. The certificates are not. This is the name of the newsletter for the Southwest chapter of ASL.
The midnight
Midnight
oil.
oil. The midnight
That's the
oil.
national. That's the
Oil.
national.
The
That's
torch.
The
national. The
torch.
torch is local. The torch. 2 of 3 purposes of ASL are retention, recruitment, and
Recognition.
recognition. This is a Greek lettered name for the Southwest chapter of ASL.
Sigma Chi Psi.
Sigma Tau Psi. Moving along, symbols and slogans. This is the meaning of the alpha in ASL.
First.
First. Great. This is the meaning of the lambda in ASL.
Leadership.
Leadership. And the meaning of sigma in ASL.
Scholarship.
Scholarship. This phrase is the full meaning of alpha, sigma, lambda.
First in scholarship.
and leadership.
Scholarship and leadership. Good. We're moving quickly now. This is the only symbol listed below that is found on the ASL shield.
Book.
Book. Great. All right. We're up to number 4, category 4. She's the treasurer for ASL.
Ms. Gaffar.
Ms. Gaffarian. Excellent. Professor Gaffarian. She was the first student president. I know I covered her quickly, but she was a
Celeste
jewel.
Riley.
Celeste Riley.
Riley.
Celeste Riley. She's a past vice president and a recipient of a national scholarship.
Alicia Tucker.
Alicia Tucker. This past president of ASL spearheaded a service project that included care packages that she personally made.
Catania Warner.
Tanya Warner. This is the correct spelling of the position in which I serve at ASL.
The third one.
The third one. Exactly. When I send emails, I'm always cringing, thinking people glancing at this might say, oh, is she a counselor and can't spell it? But that's a different kind of counselor. Most people know that, but some may not. So chapter counselor. Service opportunities. The adopted charity for ASL with the slogan, keeping homeless families together, is the
Dorothy Day House.
Dorothy Day House. The Southwest chapter of ASL invites adult students to join if they have a minimum preferred GPA of 3.25. ASL has participated in this 5K in collaboration with the Science Club, and tomorrow is this day. Actually, I didn't show you a picture of this one because she didn't have it last year or this year or year before last. I'm going to ask Dr. Johnson. Tomorrow is Earth Day, by the way. Tomorrow is Earth Day, but the Earth Day 5K, I used to enjoy that. And ASL members participated, handing out water and so on. The Hungry Turkey Run is held annually in which month?
November.
The 3C focus includes the foci of chapter, college, and
community.
We're almost done. Student officers and so on. She was the most recent past president. We need a president. Who was she?
Catania Warner.
Well, the most recent one was actually Amy Calhoun Rogers, and I went over that quickly. Also, the most recent past vice president, I went over that quickly as well, was Marshall Fields, and the most recent past publicist was Erica Koenig. This officer position is ad hoc. It's not a standing position per se, but attend meetings twice a year. and vote on behalf of ASL to receive funds for community service. And
That's your
that's
SAC representative.
SAC representative. Great. And ASL officers in good standing have the option to attend this annual workshop out of town every summer.
The SLI?
SLI, Student Leadership Institute, or it's a Southwest Leadership Institute. And finally, last thing, inductions and general information. Every induction that's been held on campus has been held at this location.
Ferris Auditorium.
Oh, I put the wrong thing myself. I misread that. I am sorry. I need to change the answer to this. The answer is what?
The Fulton Auditorium?
The fourth one, the Fulton Auditorium at the Macon Cove campus. So we're going to skip that because I highlighted the wrong thing. I just noticed that. This was the speaker for the 2023 induction, the first one on ground since 2019, pre-pandemic. It was Dean Alma Rutledge. And this poem has been read at every ASL induction, on ground or virtual.
Don't quit.
Don't Quit by John Greenleaf Whittier. Although more or fewer may have attended, this was the number of inductees on program for tonight, April 21st, 2025.
24.
24. And ASL induction, the usual fee is $25. All right, that concludes this induction. Thank you so much for your attendance. And again, welcome to ASL. Is there anyone else who needs to be recognized? I know that the number of people here has dwindled down from 50 to 32 now. And that's not surprising with Zoom meetings, especially in induction. Did we have any members of ASL who attended who need to be recognized? And before I let you go, let's look at any new messages. Let's say congratulations, see if the sponsors have anything else to say. Professor Gafarian says congratulations. And you've all congratulated one another. And, oh yes, I put it there. Thank you. All right, so we will now, I guess, officially say that this brings to a conclusion our program. I will send you the Zoom link and you'll be able to view this on YouTube. I just have to open an email address to start a YouTube channel, and then I'll upload this, and we can upload other things. Last question. Any volunteers to be president? I'll take the first volunteer.
I mean, I don't know, because I know you said that you want somebody to do graphic arts, and I'm a part of the multimedia program.
So
but
Amber,
I mean,
you're interested in that? Is that Amber speaking?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Kind of. It's just I graduate in like a few weeks, so I don't know if I can do anything really.
Yeah, that's often the problem. I'll email you. So I'll put you down and I'll email you. All right. What about president? President, vice president, recorder. We've been getting students who want to be
Dr.
recognized.
Gray,
I will circulate an email. Yes.
This is Ms. Tellerton. So I didn't have a problem with volunteering for any of the positions, but just to piggyback off for the last question, how does that apply to a graduating senior? Because we'll graduate in May.
That's what I'm saying. We're trying to get people in place for next year. I want to circulate an email for a summer summit for Southwest, not for Southwest, for ASL. And I am going to send out an appeal to all current members. And if someone is returning in the fall, I will try to have someone to volunteer to serve as president. We do need someone who's returning in the fall. Now, if you want to fill the position for the next, couple of weeks, and it looks good on your resume, and interface and interact with everyone by email and send out some suggestions, we can do that. But if we can also get someone who will be here next year, that would be wonderful too.
All
All right, I'll send
I
an
return in
email.
fall, so
What now?
I
didn't hear
return
you.
in fall, so I can volunteer for any of the two.
Okay, well, wonderful. Well, we have a volunteer. I'll circulate the email again. And by again, I mean to you as new members. Past members have seen this. And I'll ask for volunteers on a first come, first served basis. I'm assuming that all of you are perfectly qualified for the leadership position, and we'll have alternates just in case someone can't fill the position. We'll do that too. All right, so I won't keep you any longer. It is 8:30, a little bit past 8:30. And again, welcome to ASL. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for attending and
Thank
your
you.
participation.
Have
All
a
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night.
everyone.
Good
Hopefully
night,
the
everyone.
sponsors, I
Everyone.
hope the sponsors can stay on for just a minute if possible.
Okay. All right.
Looks like we have 10 people left. And if I didn't respond to what was typed in the chat, it's because I was trying to
No, you were okay. It
navigate.
was mostly just clapping and congratulating. Nothing
Okay,
to.
great.
I was
right,
looking at it.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. Maybe next time around in the fall, I want to have the induction in person in the spring. Maybe next time around, I'll have you and Nanette to monitor the chat.
But I
All
was
right. So,
monitoring it. So,
okay. Yes. All right. Thank you.
Europe.
All right. So I'm going to stop the recording in just a minute. We're going to see if we can get everyone logged off. If we can't, what we may have to do is come back in on a different link.
You can log them off.
All right. Well, I'll do that then. I
Let's
kind of
see.
hate to do that, but
I know, but I think they have lifted. These are
yeah,
gifts
I
of
think they may have just
Felicia.
left the thing.
Gifts
But I
of
don't know. This
Felicia.
one's off mute. Is Nanette still here?
I think
You know
it's
what I'm going to do? I'm going to end this meeting,
okay.
and then I will come back in for just a second.
Okay.
So, all right.